Hey guys, I'm Patrick Greasy, and if you're new to my channel, this channel is all about photography and filmmaking, particularly with landscape. So if you're into all that, consider subscribing. This box, I'm very excited to show you this box. Inside it is is the Sony A7 III. Inside this box is the Sony A7C. I'm really excited. I know I'm very late to the party. I think this camera was released in October last year, so it's been about 9 months. I just wanted to do like a quick unboxing, and I'm going to use it for maybe a week or two. Tomorrow and next week I'm going on a short trip to King Lake, and I really needed I really probably didn't need it, but I really wanted to have a B cam. I'm filming with my Sony A7 III at the moment. That's my working horse camera. It is great. Awesome shots, low noise, low light, king. I don't know if you could still say that, because there's later cameras out there now, but I really needed like a B camera, one for doing YouTube videos because I needed a fold out screen, and it's really annoying trying to do that with the A7 III, looking behind the camera, seeing it's in focus and all that, and getting the composition right. With this one, I'm just going to try, the whole idea is just fold out I can't even say it, let's just say fold out screen, and you can set yourself up even for vlogging when you're out and about and all that stuff. And I love shooting time-lapse photography, and often when I'm out there shooting time-lapses, I'm just sitting there waiting in the cold. I do like enjoying, seeing the scenery, which is good sometimes, but sometimes I just want to shoot some other stills and get some other compositions, so that's where this comes in. The other camera that I was about to get at one stage a few months ago was the APS-C camera, a Sony A6400 or 6600, but I really want a full frame because I've got a few full frame lenses, and I reckon full frame is probably a little bit better for low light photography because I like shooting astrophotography and sunrises and things like that. So let's stop talking and get this thing opened. Let's open this up. Sony manual stuff. Aussie charging cord, the one I'll use. And I've got the the one with the silver top on it. I really didn't care what I got. It didn't worry me, but I'm happy with both. It is pretty small and light, so let's look at the screen. So it folds out with the back to it. So if I fold it out like that, that's cool. You're supposed to fold it out like that, and then yeah, you can like hold it, talk, all that crap, vlog. But can you just look at it normally like that? How do you? So you have to, oh there we go, yeah, beautiful. That is awesome. I was a little bit worried there for a sec, because I thought, oh, what if I just want to use it like a normal camera? Anyway, you got your normal dials here. You got your dial there. You got your modes dial. I'm guessing this will be either the shutter or the aperture, but there's no dial at the front, which is I'm aware of anyway. But yeah, awesome little camera. Comes with the Sony Z model battery, which will be awesome for my A7 III. Alright, let's have a look at the other stuff. Oops. Let's chuck this battery in just to power up this one. The rest of the stuff here. So this is your normal USB-C charging. Is it USB-C? No, USB. Normal standard camera strap USB-C cord. So that's it, guys. That's the unboxing. Okay, so these are the lenses that I'll be shooting with, plus the Sony 1635 f4, which I'm shooting with right now. This is the Tamron 2875 f2.8 and the Sigma 100-400 telephoto lens. Great lenses. So stick around and let's see what this thing can do. So this is my very first video low light shot with the Sony A7C. I went to the Yangs Regional Park the next morning, and I saw the forecast. It was extremely foggy, so I thought this would be an awesome place to test it out. I did some time lapsing with my Sony A7 III, so it was a perfect opportunity to use the Sony A7C to do some stills and some video, and also did some vlogging here with the during this while the sun was out, with the sun directly behind me. So the dynamic range is pretty decent. You can see a slight shadow on my face, but I'm still perfectly visible, and the picture quality is just really good. Now these are the stills that I took. Shot these in RAW. This one was taken with the Sony 16-35 f4 lens. This one was my telephoto Sigma 100-400 lens. This one here was also the Sigma 100-400 lens, all the way to 400mm. So this is just at sunrise. Dynamic range is awesome. The halo on the sun, you get that. I get that with the Sigma, so it's not the actual camera that's doing that. That happens with my Sony A7 III. It's a little annoying, but doesn't seem to do that with the Sony 16-35 wide angle lens that I've noticed. But yeah, dynamic range is awesome, probably on par with the Sony A7 III. Creating YouTube videos was always a bit of a pain with the A7 III, because I always had to like check behind the camera and check my composition, make sure it's right before I start recording. You can see me breaking my neck there because my camera is up against a window. But with the A7C, it's so much more convenient. Just fold out that screen, make sure you can see everything right in front of you, and just start recording. So I'll probably even start vlogging more with this camera. So with that screen, it makes it so much easier. Took the camera away when I went to Kinglake, Victoria last week. Shot some family shots. There's my son feeding the pony. Video that was straight out of camera, not much editing. This one is shot in S-Log2. I thought I'd give it a go. Not an expert on this, but it was pretty easy. I looked up a YouTube video and how to color correct, and that's how the color turns out. So you can choose S-Log2 for more dynamic range and more flexibility for color correction. But if you want something straight out of the camera, the standard picture profile is also pretty good. Also, I wanted to test the stabilization with the Sony A7C. You can use this software called Sony Catalyst Browse, which is free, and I'll put a link in the description where to get that. It's similar to the GoPro Real Steady Go, where you import your footage. It'll use the gyro data. Am I saying that right? Is it gyro or gyro? Anyways, you can correct me in the comments. It uses that data to stabilize the footage. So let's just cut to that now, and I'll show you quickly how to do it. I want to do a quick separate video for this. I was having issues stabilizing, working out how to stabilize. What I was doing wrong is I was shooting in 1080p 100 fps, so you can't stabilize with that frame rate. It only works in 25 frames or 30 frames, and yeah, that's where I was going wrong. So I wasn't getting this icon which says contains stabilization data, or even sometimes it would say that, and I'll try and stabilize it, and then it said this clip cannot be stabilized, cancelling. So just stick to 30 frames or 25 frames, and what you do is just double click it. When you open up the Catalyst Browse, you find your file, go to Tools, Stabilize. Now this is just me at home walking down the hallway. It's really quick too, and it automatically crops it, and you can adjust it later. Okay, now this is shot with steady shot off and 1080p 25 fps. Let's see if it works. How's it going, man? Just testing the stabilization. Shoot. Testing stabilization.
Work up the kid.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. This is going on YouTube now.
Okay,
You see my missus, everyone on YouTube, she's very viral. So Just we're gonna turn the light off before I get in trouble. This is for the kids. That's sweet. Alright. Unedited footage trying to do YouTube with a family life, guys, and wife. So that's the end of this first impressions 2-week experience with the Sony A7C. I have to say, pretty happy with it. I can see myself using this camera a lot for video, probably more for video than photos. I don't use my Sony A7 III much for video, but I think I can see myself using this much more for video, especially for vlogging and YouTube videos, family shots, because it's small. I can just quickly get it out, take shots of my son growing up and birthdays and things like that. Yeah, it's a cool little camera, especially full frame. I mean, it's probably about the same size as the A6000 60, the 6000 to 6600 series. The only bad thing I've got to say about this is this viewfinder is crap. I could hardly see in it, especially when there was a lot of glare. I had to do that. With the bigger cameras, it's got that bigger, I don't know what you call it, the rubber thing that goes over your eye. It covers a lot of light. Yeah, to be honest, it's pretty shit. Hopefully Sony can improve that, maybe on the Sony A7C Mark II. Biggest selling point for me was this thing. I mean, you can even use it as a normal camera like that. You can do vertical shots, fold it up like that. So you like shooting, you don't have to crouch down, you can just look up from there. Really handy. Does take a little bit to get used to, especially from a bigger camera with the more dials and the customizable buttons, but I'm starting to get used to it already. But one thing that is annoying is using this for the shutter speed. I haven't gotten used to that yet, and sometimes I always flick the wrong shutter speed and I've always got to double check. But there are any complaints. This actually has better doors than the A7 III. The doors for the the HDMI and the audio jacks and the SD card slots really flimsy and plasticky. They feel like they break if you don't be careful, but these feel pretty solid. You do only get the one SD card slot, which might be a deal breaker for some people. It isn't for me personally, but if you're like a wedding photographer or something like that, you probably want the second SD card slot for a backup. That's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, if you got any questions or any other things to ask me about this camera, chuck them in the comments. I like answering your questions. And if you're new to my channel, this channel is all about photography from drones, cameras, GoPros, and yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys. And consider liking and subscribing to my channel. See you.